Which one do I put here now?
Studies.
Now, I study, you study, she studies.
Studies.
Normally you would just put an S on the end of it, but no. Here.
I-E-S.
Yeah. Very good. Next year, she
will go. No, when gone. When she will go. Will go. Will gone. Will gone. ใช่ go when gone. Will go.
present tense. I go to school. You go to school. He goes. He goes to school. She goes to school. Future tense. He will go. She will go. I will go. You will go. Future tense. Will go. So, Oksana wants to become a teacher in the U.S. She studies English at night now. Next year she will go to university. With hard work and good luck, Oksana will graduate
in 4 years.
in 4 years. Will, because she's not graduating now.
Not right now.
It will be in the future, so she will graduate. Okay.
Teacher, may I ask about
Yeah.
this sentence? Have she study English at night now? Is a present can use present continuous.
She will study English.
Present time can use the present continuous.
And I don't think I understand your question yet.
I mean have and now is at the present time.
Yeah. Now means present time.
Present continuous.
Yeah. When the author writes that sentence, if the author said she studies English at night, we know that she's studying English, and we know that she studies English at night. But by adding now, we are making it more specific that she is doing it at the present time. At this very moment, it's nighttime, and she's studying English. So by adding the now, we're making it more clear about when she's actually doing it. Now puts her in the present tense. If we wanted to say that she used to study English but isn't studying English anymore, we would say that Oksana studied English in the past. That would mean that she used to study English, but she isn't studying English anymore. If we wanted to say that she is not studying English now, but wants to in the future, we would say that she will study English at night. The now just emphasizes that she is studying at the present.
At the present.
Yeah, at the present. So, how are we doing with that? Okay?
Go past tense.
Go is present, and whether we use go or goes depends upon the subject. So, if I'm referring to myself, I would say I go. I
want you to I see. What past tense go past tense is when
When, oh, yeah.
โอเคหรือว่าสแลดอีกคูละพงฟังไม่ออก
You can go, yeah.
ไว้ก่อน
You can say, I went to school.
Yesterday I went to school
Yesterday I went to school. Or you could say,
tomorrow I will go to school
tomorrow I will go to school. Or, and I don't want to confuse you now, but you can also say, instead of went, you can say, I
แฮปก่อนก็ได้
I have gone. Same thing. Same thing. So went. But I can only say this if I'm referring to myself. Yeah. But they're the same. They're the same. Yeah. Other questions about our tenses?
So notice perfect tense. This is perfect tense.
The past means the same thing as perfect. Yeah. The main tenses in English are present, past, and future. But don't let me confuse you now. But we also have past perfect, and we have future perfect, and we have imperfect. And if you want me to, I can give you examples of how that works, but I don't, I think it's more important that we get very, very comfortable with the three main tenses, and then we can start working on, the past perfect and the future perfect. Let me give you an example, though. Let's say that I am enrolled in a university now. Okay? I'm a student at a university. I would say, I go to a university. Now, if I graduated already, I will say, I went to a university. Or I could say, I have gone to a university. But let's say that I am enrolled in a university. I'm going to a university. And a university is usually a course is 4 years long, okay? And I'm halfway through that course. But I'm going to refer to the future, and I'm going to say that at some point in the future, I'm going to graduate. So I would say, in 4 years, I will have gone to a university. It means that I'm going now, but in the future, my going to the university will be in the past. We call that future perfect. And we would only use it when we're trying to be very, very precise in expressing time, Another example, and again, I'm not wanting to confuse this, and I just want you to be aware of the fact that there are these multiple tenses, and once we get to where we're very, very fluent, very, very comfortable with the three main tenses, then we can, start getting some practice with the others. But let's say that I want to say. In a sentence, there are two events that occurred. Two things happened. And I want to express that one happened before another. And I would say, let's say that Nat wrote a story. She wrote a story and published her story in a magazine 10 years ago. And Toy wrote a story also. And she published her story 3 years ago. So both stories were published in the past. But I want to explain how in the sentence one happened before the other. So I can say, Toy has published her story. After Nat had published her story. So Toy has published her story after Nat had published hers. And by using has with Toy and had with Nat, we make it clear that this one happened before that one. That's called past perfect, present perfect. Two more tenses just to show a little finer expression of the relationship of time. And then we have a future perfect. In 3 months, I will have returned to the USA. Now, will have returned, that's past. I'm going to be here 2 months, right? Okay. So, in 3 months from now, 2 months will be in the past. So, in order to get the tense correct, I would say that in 3 months, I will have returned home. Because I'm talking about the future, but I'm talking about an event that 3 months in the future will have been in the past. So, it gets, like I say, we have 3 main tenses. Those are the main ones. But then there are